Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
That one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them, and it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, offensive line. Right there, they helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Excellent job there of just going up and getting it.
Brandon, I'm a defender. I shouldn't be this excited, but what a play by the receiver downfield to elevate and make the catch.
So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't care. They'll stop you the next time, too. Well, both teams practice this situation. This time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way, from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room. They've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own one, so they're able to march it into field goal range and get 3.
I thought that was a very poised, dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone, yet you come out of it and put points on the board. Well executed.
He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It changes what you're trying to do because defensively, you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker, cornerback, safety covering him. Always has the advantage, usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him. When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions. You know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen. So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch. I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more, only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
He flew past 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
What you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays. I've become a firm believer many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first. And there's another one of those incredible highlight reel catches. One-handed, deep downfield, another big completion. I don't know how you avoid watching what they do. It's everywhere. All the highlight shows, watching it on Madden, trying not to get intimidated before you go out and have to play against these guys and try and stop them.
The last time that they were on the field, a little demoralized. This field goal, you don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but they didn't go through the goalpost.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on, win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully,
good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it.
Just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.